Hello, welcome to the first vlog of 2023. Happy New Year, although it will be like a week into the new year by the time you see this. But, hi! I am hoping to start the year off strong with a weekly reading vlog and see if I can keep it up. It's kind of the plan. But it is the 2nd of January at the moment. Monday the 2nd, I thought I would start on a Monday to try and get myself into a weekly schedule. Yesterday, I actually did some reading, did some worky bits. It was quite a productive day yesterday actually, but we're starting a vlog today. And I want to kick off the year strong with my reading, so our first vlog of the year is also going to be kind of a challenge, but hopefully not too much of a challenge, but still kind of a challenge because I want to try and read at least 100 pages every day for this vlog. So it's Monday today. I need to read 100 pages. I am currently reading Hummingbird Salamander by Jeff Vandermeer. I should probably get this sticker off. I can't. I'll try and get that off at a later point. But yeah, I'm currently reading Hummingbird Salamander. I started this yesterday and I'm on chapter 51. The chapters are teeny tiny, which is page 152. So I did actually read 152 pages yesterday, so if we count yesterday in this challenge, I'm off to a good start. So I need to get to page 252 today, but at that point I'm also thinking maybe I should just try and finish this book today, which would then be 200 pages actually, so maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, I'm about 150 pages in. So far so good. The thing with Jeff Vandermeer, I've loved the Southern Reach trilogy from him, but his writing is bizarre, it's intriguing, but you get so desperate for answers that you might not necessarily get, and that's definitely the situation in this one. So we follow a woman called Jill, or not called Jill, she calls herself Jill, but she's hiding her identity, who works in security, and she winds up getting a suspicious note that takes her to a suspicious storage container that leads her to a taxidermied hummingbird. And this hummingbird is the beginning of a much bigger thing that she's been dragged into and is kind of unknowingly dragging her family into. There are now people after her. The mystery attached to this hummingbird is a big deal. People have died for this mystery, and there are people after Jill. Jill's life is entirely changing, but I've got no fucking idea what's going on. I don't know what this hummingbird is about, I don't know where the answers are going, I don't know anything. Other than Jill is in a sticky spot, and it is consuming her life, this mystery. It's kind of an eco-thriller, so the hummingbird is somehow connected to this eco-terrorist bioweapons thing. I don't know how yet, but I know that that's somehow involved, and there's a lot of reflection on nature and humanity and the state of the world and the way we treat the planet and things like that. There's a lot of that in here, which, to be fair, you can see in Southern Reach as well, so maybe that's something that Vandermeer is pretty passionate about. That would make sense, especially with the content of Born as well, actually. Yeah, I see that. But yeah, I'm not loving it, I'm not hating it, I'm very confused but intrigued. So I'm going to continue. Page 152 at the least today, but if I could get it finished, that would also be pretty cool. But yeah, that's how we're kicking off 2023 here. Hello. Happy Tuesday. What a day! What a day. I didn't update you again yesterday to see whether I did read my 100 pages or finish my book, but I can confirm to you that I did in fact finish Hummingbird Salamander yesterday, which means I read about 200 pages instead of the target 100, which is pretty good going, if you ask me. This was strange. I still don't know if I would necessarily say if it was good, but it was weird, and it kept me intrigued the whole time. I was definitely intrigued, wanting to continue because I wanted answers, and much to my surprise, you do get answers. You do find the answer as to why all of this has happened. I obviously don't want to give you any spoilers as to what that answer is, but I will say that for me it was a little bit underwhelming, especially with all of the build up to it. I think, like, the answer was a little bit underwhelming, but at least we got an answer. Because if you've read the Southern Reach trilogy, answers are not always something that you get. It says on the front here, both thriller and a requiem for a disappearing world, and it definitely has that tone. I think I mentioned this already, that tone of, like, kind of being a love letter to the earth and animals, and a reflection on the way the earth is treated and the way animals are treated. And there's some very bizarre passages in here from a book within the book that are just a little bit, like, delusional, I think. But I think that's the point it is supposed to be. And I do like Jeff Vandermeer's writing style. I do like that kind of weirdness and that intrigue, and the fact that you're questioning everything as you're reading. Like, you've got no idea what's going on. Characters have got no idea what's going on. It is an entertaining way to read if you can persevere with it. But I definitely see how this could be something that's not for everybody, because if you don't have the patience to put up with the writing style, I think it could drive you away. Like, the characters don't have, like, real names. It's all told very secretively. It kind of strings you along, and you don't get a lot until the end. And even then, as I say, a little bit underwhelming. But yeah, overall, I put this through Corepile. It came out at a 3-star, because I'm going to try and use Corepile again this year. Came out at a 3-star, which definitely feels about right. Characters got a pretty low score. Atmosphere got a kind of average score. Plot got kind of a low score. Intrigue, I think, got the highest score, which is definitely what bumped it up to that 3. But yeah, 3 stars for that. And it does mean that I smashed my 100-page goal for yesterday, and I'm actually already 345 pages in, and I'm on day 3, but I haven't read anything yet today, so I need to rectify that. I am, however, running out of time to rectify that because it's already quite late. Work today, because I've gone back to work after the new year, work today was kind of a lot. I felt like I had a lot going on today, and I'm nervous for tomorrow already, and I don't like feeling like that about work. I don't like feeling nervous for the next day. Not a fan of this feeling. So I did end up working a little bit later than I probably should do, because I'm nervous about tomorrow. For no apparent reason, I just am. So because I worked a little bit late, I was then doing dinner, taking Finn out for a walk, and I've just got back and sat down to do this. It's already like 8:30, so I think in order to try and get my 100 pages in today, I'm going to read some Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Also, this makes me feel good. This is a happy thing for me. It's a weird story, but I'm going to read some Toilet Bound. I'm up to volume 4. I thought I had already read volume 4, but I was talking about it with my cousin the other day, because she's watched all the anime, and I've been reading it, and she was talking to me about things. I was like, whoa, I haven't got that far yet, and it turns out it's only volume 4. So I'm going to sit and read this, because it'll be a good time, it'll be a fun time, it'll be a quick time, and then we'll see where I land time-wise if I pick something else up, because I do have something else that I'm in the mood to read. But I want to get my page count in for sure, and I know that this will, like, lift my spirits in general this evening and help me get rid of this, like, weird, nervous feeling that I have that I don't like. I know that this will help. So, that's what I'm going to do, and I'll tell you about it either later or possibly tomorrow. We'll see how time does fly. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday! how's it going? Yesterday I told you I was going to read Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Volume 4. I can happily report that I did exactly that in bed last night, so I did hit my 100 pages yesterday. And some, actually, because this is actually like 180 something in the end. I think like between 160 and 180 pages. So, mission accomplished for my 100 pages yesterday, this whole volume. I really enjoy this story. I think I might have mentioned that my cousin told me something that happened in this by mistake. So, I now know exactly what she was talking about with the character that's introduced in this one. And kind of a weird reflection on something else that we don't entirely understand yet, but still very good. Another mystery being exposed or kind of explored into, something else happening with our main character and her bigger mystery and how she's being sucked into things that she wasn't originally a part of. Good fun, very entertaining, just what I needed yesterday when I was feeling kind of anxious about all sorts of things, really. And I can report I'm feeling a lot better today. Yesterday I was really nervous about work, but today I feel like I've really made a lot of progress to like get me on the right track, and I just feel a lot more prepared now and a bit more at ease. I think it's because I had flu the week before Christmas, so I missed out on that work week where I would have like planned for the new year. I didn't have that because I had flu. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot more on top of things. But this is exactly what I needed to just chill me out last night. And it got 4 stars. So that's the second book down for this vlog this week. And I have started my pages for today. I am currently 76 pages into my next read, which, very surprisingly, is The Bands of Mourning by Brandon Sanderson. I just had the urge to pick this one up. This one's in my top 10 priority reads for 2023. I haven't even edited that video or uploaded that video. Hopefully it will go up before this vlog. If not, I've already read one of them. But yeah, something just sparked an interest in me. I think it's because I really want to continue with the Cosmere, read more Brandon Sanderson, and I feel like because I'm going in a certain order, getting through Mistborn Era 2 is stopping me. But after the end of the second book, and I've heard much better things about the third one, I have the motivation to continue with this. So, this is what I've started this evening. I'm 75 pages in, so I've still got a little bit of reading left to do tonight. But so far so good. I'm already enjoying this more than I did Shadows of Self, so that's an improvement. I feel like the plot already kind of has some substance and stuff, which, I don't know, Shadows of Self was kind of lacking for me. Like, it just felt, I don't know. We're not talking about Shadows of Self, we're talking about this one. It has some plot that's doing something and going somewhere, and I'm enjoying myself with it so far, so I'm glad that the motivation to pick this up has struck, because it needs reading, and I would rather read it when I'm in the mood to read it than force myself to at a later date. So yeah, not what I foresaw happening, but it is what it is. And hopefully this means that I can read more Brandon Sanderson this year, because that would be amazing. That would be pretty frickin' cool. So yeah, I'm going to take this to bed with me, read some more, and I will probably give you my next update tomorrow evening, because that seems to be the pattern that we're going in here. An update an evening. But yeah, so far with this 100 pages a day thing, it's going pretty good. Place your bets now. Is every clip of this vlog gonna be in this exact spot each evening of the week? Very possibly. But it is Thursday evening. Here is my book. Last night I said I needed to read like an extra 25 pages in bed to get to page 100, and I ended up finishing the night on page 194. So I read a decent portion last night, got all the way up to page 194, which means that today, to hit my 100 pages, I need to get to page 294, and I'm currently on page 260. So I only need to read another 34 pages to hit my goal for the day. But yeah, I'm on page 260, so I am here, well over halfway. Definitely enjoying this one the most out of the Era 2 books so far, because now there's a fourth one. But obviously this was originally the last of the Era 2 trilogy, or was it always planned to have more? I don't know. But yeah, definitely enjoying this one the most out of the trilogy. I feel like it has the most plot. I feel like at this point I know the characters more, I care about the characters a little bit more. It's the third book in a series, so I would hope for that. But I'm just finding it so much easier to read, and for some reason this one feels more Mistborn and less Wild West. That's positive for this as well. And we're seeing a lot more development from Steris, which is nice, because she's intriguing. I like her. And Wax, actually. I feel like he's softening at the edges a little bit. But I'm enjoying it. Definitely having the most fun with this one out of the trilogy, which lines up exactly with what I was told by people, that Bands of Mourning is the best of the Era 2 trilogy. And I agree, even if I'm not finished yet. But I'm not dreading picking it back up like I was with Shadows of Self. I'm definitely having a good time, so I'm gonna go to bed and read at least 34 more pages to get to page 294. But I think page 294 is like really close to the end of a chapter. It is. So I reckon I'll get to at least page 298, but then like I might as well get to page 300, you know? So maybe page, oh yes, because that's one of the like news clipping pages. Maybe I'll get to page 314. I don't know. We'll see how far I get. I don't know why I'm making predictions. It doesn't exactly matter. But yeah, that's what I'll do tonight. I'm not going to finish it tonight. But yeah, if I could get to at least page 294 to knock out that 100 pages a day goal, then happy days. But I think I'm going to do more than that. So yeah, I'm going to go to bed. I've had a really productive evening. I feel like I've got loads of houseworky stuff done. Did all the hoovering, put the laundry away, finally took down the fucking Christmas tree. I've been begging Jake for days to get the box out of the loft, and he finally did it today, so the Christmas decks have all come down, so packed all that up. Did all the hoovering, cleaned the kitchen, did all the washing up, put the clothes away, cooked a nice dinner. Oh, edited a little bit. I need to edit some more as well. I've also got my laptop in the bedroom, so I might edit a little bit and then read a little bit. Maybe I won't get as much read as I think I will, just so that I can edit some more. Uploaded a video tonight. Look at me go. I feel like I'm smashing the beginning of the year. Slightly concerned for tomorrow. Although I would like to finish this tomorrow. It's Friday. I have work tomorrow. We're then going out after work tomorrow. I feel like our little works do thing. So I don't know when I'll get my pages in. Unless I can sneak some audiobook whilst I work. But I think I've got writing that I want to do tomorrow, so I can't listen to an audiobook whilst I write. We'll see how the day goes. But I'm a little bit concerned about that. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go to bed now, bye. I have slacked on the updating over the last couple of days. I'm sorry for that. I think the last time I spoke to you was Thursday night, when I said I was going to get to page 300 and something of this. I said I was going to get to page 314 of Bands of Mourning. Can confirm I did that on Thursday night. And then yesterday, which was Friday, I would need to get to page 414, which would be very close to the end of this, so might as well finish it. And can confirm, I did that too. So yesterday I did manage to finish The Bands of Mourning, and I am still completely on track with my 100 pages a day, despite the fact that I didn't update you for a couple of days. And yesterday I was very concerned because I was going out for drinks with work, after work, and I didn't get home until gone 10 PM. So I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna do it. But I got in, I got cozy, and I finished the book. And I finished it, I think it was like just after midnight that I finished it, but I did finish it. And I have run it through Corepile, and it has come out at a 3-star, which I'm not... Or did it come out at a 4-star? Let me check. No, 3-star. 3.5 if I do 0.5 stars. It came out at a 6.86. So it did come out at a 3-star. It's a pretty high 3-star, but still a 3-star. I still don't think that Mistborn Era 2 is even really comparable to Era 1. It's still a very different vibe, but this book is for sure the strongest of Era 2 so far. Obviously, we now have the Lost Metal as well. I don't know when to read that. Let me know when I should read that. Should I read that, like, soon, or should I read Warbreaker and Stormlight and stuff, and then the Lost Metal, or does it not matter? I don't know. I need a Sander fan to let me know. So if you do know, tell me, please. I didn't not enjoy this. I did enjoy this. I liked the character development we saw with Wax and Steris, and I liked some of the little revelations and stuff. I just don't think it was anywhere near as impactful as Era 1. I'm talking about this as if this is the last book, because it was the last book of Era 2 for a while. It's not. But it does wrap up fairly nicely. There was a little plot twist that I didn't see coming. Obviously, there always is, because I lack brain power. Anyway, that's that done. Which means today, Saturday, is the first day of the 48-hour round of Final Book Support Group hosted by Steph from Steph Loves. And I have been doing some reading today, so I needed to get 100 pages done today to be on track for my 100-page-a-day goal. I can confirm I've absolutely annihilated that, because I have read over 300 pages today, in the fact that I have read the entirety of the battle for Raw. Obviously, it's a middle grade. There are pictures. Can you see any of the pictures? There are pictures and stuff in here. It's a middle grade. It's fairly largely spaced out, so it, you know, don't be too impressed. But I have read all of this today, which wraps up the Raw trilogy by Jenny McLaughlin, and I liked it. It was fun. So this one follows siblings Rose and Arthur, who when they were younger had this imaginary playland called Raw, where they would climb under an old camping bed and it would be a magical portal to the land of Raw. In the first one, they go back to their grandfather's house where this camping bed is, and they are like facing the memories of it, and they're like, oh, what fun we had as kids playing pretend. Oh, let's just play pretend one more time before we get rid of this old camping bed and throw it out. And they discover that Raw is maybe not as make-believe as they remembered it to be. So the camping bed is a portal into the land of Raw. And then in each of the books there is a new... well, not a new villain to overcome, there is one villain throughout, but like a new threat to overcome to the land of Raw. They become the protectors, and it's all full of fun, childlike imagination. And this is the final one with a big battle to protect Raw from a big bad. I liked it, it was still fun, but it wasn't as fun as the first two, I don't think. Like, I didn't like this one as much as I liked the first two, but It has still come out at a 3-star, so another 3-star read. I'm happy to have read it. Kind of disappointed that I didn't love it as much as I loved the other ones, but it was still good fun. I don't really have much to say on that one, to be honest, but I'm glad to have wrapped up another series. So that is a final book completed for Final Book Support Group, winner, and my 100 pages a day challenge completely smashed for today, so that's all good. But I have picked up my next book for Final Book Support Group, and I am embarrassed to say that I haven't read this yet, but I have just started Frostheart 3, Rise of the World Eater by Jamie Littler. I loved Frostheart 1 and Frostheart 2 so much. They are great polar fantasy middle grades, absolutely love them. And I don't know why I haven't read the third one yet. I think I'm just scared of it. Maybe I've been putting it off. I know that it's quite an emotional one, and being the last one of a trilogy that I love, like, I'm just scared of it ending and how it's gonna end. But having read the first chapter of this now, because I'm on page 19, I've read one chapter, I do feel like I left it way too long, and there was a little piece of me that's like, I need a recap, because I can't remember stuff. But I'm thinking if I just carry on, go along with it, it'll come back to me. So I'm just gonna keep reading and having faith that I will pick up what's going on. But yeah, from the first chapter, I'm a little bit like, what? Sorry, huh? Other than, like, the one big thing that happened at the end of book 2. I remembered that, I knew that. But everything else, I'm like, huh? I'll get there, for sure. But yeah, I thought I should probably update you on that, because I'd finished 2 books and hadn't even told you. And we're on the 7th day of the month, and I've finished 4 books. I'm very impressed. Considering I didn't read a single thing in December, very impressed. And with it being Final Book Support Group, the plan kind of is to try and finish this one tomorrow as well. I'm not going to be mad at myself if I don't finish it tomorrow, but that is kind of the plan. So, yeah. Howdy, pals. It is Sunday night, so I feel I owe you an update. I think I mentioned yesterday that I started Frostheart 3. I have hit my page goal for the day, and I'm now on page 164. So I hit my page goal for reading 100 pages today, which is great. Love it. I feel very accomplished with how much I've read this week. However, I can't believe I'm saying this. I am DNFing Frostheart 3. Honestly, it pains me to say it. I loved Frostheart 1 so much. I really loved Frostheart 2 as well. There is just a certain element to this book that I can't handle. And every time it happens, it just makes me angry. and I want to put the book through a shredder. And that's not what I want from my reading right now. I don't want to put books through shredders. So I've decided to DNF it. Whether this is a soft DNF and I pick it up again in future, or a permanent DNF, I do not know. I would love to say it's a soft DNF for maybe when I feel I have the courage to read it without wanting to put it through a shredder. It is a middle grade. It's the third in the series, like, you kind of see how it's going. I can imagine how the story goes. Do I feel like I would necessarily be missing out on much if I didn't pick this back up again? Not really. I feel like I know where the story goes, and I got enough satisfaction out of books 1 and 2, to be honest. Although book 2 does end on this, like, big thing, we see that again in the beginning of this, like, it's almost immediately following on from that. But yeah, just the thing that I can't handle and is making me so angry every time. I don't have the patience for it right now. I want to read books that I'm excited about reading, not that every second page I want to put through a shredder and not read ever again. Which is a very strong opinion to have, but I don't want to say what it is that's happening, because that would be a huge spoiler. But yeah, I'm disappointed, but it is what it is, unfortunately, with this. So this one is a DNF. It's sad. It's really sad, but it is what it is. And as I say, it's Sunday night, which means that it is the end of this vlog. It's the end of Final Book Support Group, so I did manage to finish off this trilogy, and in a way finish this trilogy by deciding that I'm DNFing the final book, which is really sad because I loved the first 2, but whatever. So those were my weekend reads. And then earlier in the week, I read Birds of Morning. First read of the year was Hummingbird Salamander, and I read some Toilet Bound Hanako-kun this week as well, so my reads for the week look a bit like... Oh, that's upside down. Look a bit like that, which for my first vlog of the year, I'm very happy with. I know I DNF'd this one, so people might not say it counts, but I'm still very happy with this for my first vlog of the year, first week's reading of the year. I am really pleased with myself, considering I didn't read a single fucking thing in December. I'm really happy with how this has gone. And if I can carry on that 100-page a day goal into next week as well, that would be pretty cool too. I don't want to, like, make it a commitment to do it all year, because that's never going to happen. But if I could, you know, try my best to carry it into next week, or the week after, or whenever, that would be pretty sweet. But yeah, I feel like I've accomplished a lot. No 5-star reads so far. We've had a 3, a 4, a 3, a 3, and a DNF. So I really think next week I need to read something that I think is gonna blow my socks off. So stay tuned for next week to find out what that is. But yeah, there we go. That does bring this vlog to an end. I don't know how entertaining this has been, because I do feel like every update has just been me sat in this room. But hopefully there was some Finn content from the beach this morning, because we did go on a beach walk with him. He loved it, ran around like a crazy thing. But it was really cute. But other than that, I don't know how entertaining this will have been. But as my start back to weekly vlogging, hopefully, I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, give us a thumbs up, chat to me down below, all that good stuff. If you aren't subscribed and feel like subscribing, that would be incredible. I'm really trying to get back into uploading regular content, so hopefully you can see more regular stuff from me. So far it's going decent. With all that being said, I shall see you in whatever comes next. Have a good day, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And I'll see you there. Bye!